It's January 1st of 2023, and this is a recap of the last year at Bancor. A lot has happened over the last 365 days, and here's the historical context for those events. Bancor version 2 was launched in July of 2020, and 3 months later would receive an update as Bancor version 2.1. Bancor version 2.1 was live on-chain, processing trades, providing impermanent loss protection and single-sided staking, for nearly 2 years. In May of 2022, Bancor version 3 would be launched alongside Bancor version 2.1, and together, both live versions of Bancor would provide impermanent loss protection, process trades, and provide single-sided staking until about June of 2022. There were no changes to Bancor version 2.1 that caused it to have this failure just a few weeks after the launch of Bancor version 3. And so the logical question is, why did this happen? In all of its forms, Bancor's impermanent loss protection was, essentially, a form of insurance. And insurance only functions when the premium that you charge users is higher, or at least as high, as the cost of the insurance. In simplest terms, Bancor didn't charge a high enough premium to cover the cost of impermanent loss. And even though it worked for just under 2 years live on-chain, ultimately, it was proven to be a failure in design. So rather than let the protocol go bankrupt, the emergency powers multisig was used to disable impermanent loss protection, and this decision was ratified by the DAO. There is some good news in this bad news. Because of the way that Bancor's ledger system works, the protocol knows exactly how much it owes each user, and that means the Bancor DAO can take steps towards making every single user completely whole again. And the Bancor DAO has been working tirelessly to alleviate this deficit and creating new revenue-generating features. So let's talk about some of those. The first is Almanac. Almanac is a company that approached the Bancor DAO to do financial analysis. The analysis they offer comes in the form of making recommendations for the amount of trading liquidity on certain pools and the percentage fee each of these pools should charge. These two things together should maximize the amount of money the pools make and minimize the cost of IL. Currently, Almanac is in a trial period, and while there isn't really enough data to say definitively on whether or not their recommendations are working, the little data that we do have is quite promising. For a deeper dive into exactly what the Almanac proposal is and does, check out this video. Next is the Bancor Fastlane. This is an arbitrage bot which looks for profitable arbitrage opportunities on a variety of platforms, including Bancor, and seeks to close those arbitrage opportunities in BNT. The specific currency that arbitrage opportunities are closed in is very important, and for a deeper dive into exactly how this arbitrage bot works and the profits that it could bring to Bancor, check out this video. Next up is Carbon. Carbon is an order book slash AMM slash something new entirely. It's a new trading protocol that maximizes user control. Carbon is not, repeat, not a replacement for Bancor in any of its forms. It is a service in addition to the traditional DEX that Bancor is. Carbon is the brainchild of Dr. Professor Mark Richardson, PhD, and it's designed for traders to be able to implement specific recurring trading strategies on very specific token pairs. And these trading strategies are new, entirely new. They aren't simply copies or simulations of features already available on centralized financial exchanges. And if you want to learn more about Carbon, check out this video, or just subscribe, because I'm going to keep making things for like the next 6 months all about this new DEX. Or AMM, or order book. It's something new. Look, 2022 was a rough year for crypto in general, with many major players either going bankrupt or directly to jail. How many CeFi or DeFi protocols can you think of that have either scammed their users, totally died out, or just declared bankruptcy and ran to Singapore to live out the rest of their days fleeing from the authorities? The cryptocurrency market is one of, if not the most competitive landscape on Earth right now. And in this kind of environment, surviving is winning. The Bancor DAO and its contributors will continue to maintain the protocol, integrate new services and features, and innovate in the cryptocurrency space.